Hi. I really wanna have dinner together, but um I wanna be on YouTube, you know? But it happened so much in my life that I don't really know what to share. You know what I mean? Like I really wanna be myself, but I have so many myself inside of myself, if that makes sense, that I don't really know, which one could be more useful. And I don't want to be only I don't really want to be useful only. I really want to have fun now, you know? That's my steak for the night. It's overcooked. I usually eat it raw. Blue rare is my favorite. But I fasted all day and I'm feeling very good now because of that. I'm alone now, so I guess I was feeling kind of alone. And I like to talk, so this diet is incredible, guys, because it's healing me. Also, okay, let's talk. I don't really know what to talk about here on YouTube, because from one part I am stunned by this carnivore diet. It's healing me. It's healing me it's healing the part of me that it's able to heal, because I'm sick since I was born and it's genetic. It's called cystic fibrosis, and it was a mess because when I was born there wasn't medicine that could really help. So I was treated with antibiotics and prednisone, and but it was a mess. I was more dead than alive for most of my life. But now I have medicine that can help me and are helping me, but a lot of stuff, other than my sickness in my body didn't work, side effect of that sickness, like my intestine, my skin, which by the way is still a little bit red, and depression, anxiety, fear of everything, I was literally surviving, so my body too, and nothing worked. I couldn't sleep, I didn't want to eat, but I was also eating by, other reasons that are not hunger, and a mess, a total mess. So I started carnivore because I didn't know what to do anymore, and it's working. It's working in a way that I couldn't really expect, and I've never experimented something that really worked, because yes, we can discuss, oh no, human are, vegetarian, human are omnivore. I don't know how to spell that, but yeah. But I know and I know what worked for me. And so I could share that. I could share that journey. I could share, like, everyone is keep telling me, Emma, you're like, I never saw you with that face. I never saw you that well. And it's true. And from the outside, it's like half or less than half of what I'm feeling inside. You know, I can sleep for the first time in my life. I can't believe it. I go to bed and I sleep through the night. It's incredible. And I can do something with my life, you know. Yeah, I'm living. So I could share that. But also there is a side of me that is kind of the child that is myself, that couldn't really came out throughout my whole life. So I want to be useful here on YouTube, but I also want to have fun, and I don't want to explain why meat is good for your gut health. Or maybe yes, I don't know. I know I love being useful, but I spent my whole life being useful, you know? I just want to be happy now. But from another side, it's like, I can't not share this because it's incredible. It's saving my life. Speaking of which, when I was very, very little, like, I always wanted meat, like, since I was born. But I grew up in a family that was vegetarian. And why am I screaming? It was vegetarian, and my parents, especially my mom, was absolutely sure that meat was bad for humans. So it was the only thing I wanted to eat, and it was a no in my house. So basically I didn't eat, and it was a mess. And I was thinking, okay, my body is wrong because he wants something that is bad for me, you know? So later on, researching for myself, I found out, like, the carnivore was actually a diet, and people are healing with this diet from the worst thing ever, you know? And so I was like, eating meat and not feeling guilty. Like, when I was younger, when I was little, I was like allowed to eat meat only on my birthday. I swear. And I really, like, I was constantly dreaming meat in the night because my body needed. It was like, Emma, this is what is safe for you to eat because it has no fiber, it's full of fat. My problem is also like an enzymes problem because I don't have enzymes. So all that fiber was a torture because I was like forced to eat salad every single day of my life, 2 times per day. And the damage that did inside my gut health, and as the level of malnourishment that I was going through, and I don't know if I will ever recover from those like 20 years, you know, of wrong diet for me. And I'm not saying like that veganism and vegetarian is wrong for everyone. Absolutely, I don't think so. I think honestly that we're human. We're not like animals, and each human has his own journey, and it's so important that we learn to trust our instinct, you know, and to listen to our body. If I am not good with a vegetarian diet and I'm so attracted to meat and fat and animal products and goat milk, it's not just the taste, because I also like ice cream, which by the way I don't eat anymore finally, because I also healed my sugar addiction with this diet. But I don't eat ice cream because I can feel inside my body is wrong, you know. The instinct is something much more like subtle than the taste. Yes, it does taste good for me, but even fruit, it does taste good for me. But I can feel it once it's down that I'm not feeling good anymore. So it's, you know, you have to find yours, but not just only by taste. It's what your body is saying, you know. It's not just what you feel in your mouth for 3 seconds, you know. So yeah, once I found out that carnivore was a diet, actually 1.5 years ago, I started this journey, and it's very slow for me, and it's okay, because I was so addicted to fruit and sugar, because I ended up having eating disorder because the fiber and all the malnourishment came later, like, and did a mess with my, you know, instinct towards food. Also because my hunger signal were completely gone, because my body needs a little amount of food, super full of nutrient. I was eating the opposite. So I was like constantly throughout my life, I was eating this big bowl of salad just to have enough nutrient, because a big bowl of salad like that has like the same amount of calories that this piece of meat has. So I needed to eat it like this, and my stomach was like always so fucking full, so full, that, because, you know, I don't even know how to explain this, like fullness and nourishment are two completely different things. And I was constantly feeling full, but I didn't feel nourished, because the fullness is made from volume in your stomach. The nourishment is made it comes from feeling nourishment, you know, nourished. And nourished come from calories and nutrients, protein, fat, you know. And yeah, so with that diet, I was constantly overeating, not in quantity of calories, but in quantity of volume. And I completely lost the ability, like my brain didn't register anymore, like the fullness, because it was like, I'm telling you I'm full, but you keep eating since like you were born. Yes, because it was my way to survive, because I didn't have enough calories, you know, in my body. If I didn't overeat the salad, I would have died, you know. And so it's a very, very long process. Then like a medicine came out, and I found and I did have to take it with fat. I found out fat for the first time in my life, because earlier it was almost like not allowed, you know. And so my body was like, oh my God, I need fat. And so I got this eating disorder with towards fat, and this medicine that made me feel very good because I finally can breathe for the first time in my life was connected to that fat thing, because I take this medicine with fat to activate it, you know. It's weird, but it worked like that. So I end up eating I was a little more grown up, and I could choose a little more, you know, even if I didn't get it from my mom. But you know, peanut butter, sometimes ice cream, chocolate milk, and I got addicted to sugar like big time. And also it was like my way of nourish myself finally, but it was all like very bad food, you know. So I finally got into carnivore, and it's healing me in a way that I really can't express in words. So that's why I struggle with like telling my story and what I might actually feeling, because I feel like many people are doing diet by choosing mentally, you know. No, veganism is right for you because humans shouldn't eat meat, you know, or no, pasta is good for you because you need carbs. I don't fit in that because I follow my body, and what my body said I do now that I can, you know. And it's kind of weird for me to share, because I feel like human needs to fight over everything between you know us, and I don't care to fight, I don't care to be right, I just want to live and live at the best I can. And if someone is vegetarian and he is feeling right, I don't think he's lying, I don't think he's going to die. I just think he has a different body from me, you know, and he works differently, and he has a different story, a different past, different parents, different DNA, you know. And I just like, I am healing, I am being like so healed by this meat and this way of eating that I really can't express by words. I know like how I was feeling. I know the fight that I have to deal with just to get out of my bed every day and do a shower. I know every single pain in my body that I had that is slowly is going away, and I really can't express that, you know. I know like how strong it was, my eating disorder, binge eating, and sugar addiction. I know how much strong it was, but it's hard, you know, to make people understand how hard it was on me, all those things, you know. And so it's hard to make them like understand how much this is healing for me, how much this is incredible for me, because without effort I'm able to not eat sugar anymore, not eat fruit anymore. When I go to bed, I don't have anxiety, I can sleep. It's crazy. I am losing fat, my body composition is magically much more better. I'm not working out. I used to struggle a lot with my body image, that I was working out even though I didn't have like oxygen enough to. And now I stopped that because I will work out once I'm feeling that I'm able to do that, you know. And I do that. I do Pilates sometimes. I I ended the story with the lifting weights for now. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying I have to listen to my body now. But my body is changing for the better, even though I'm not doing almost anything. It's incredible. I have muscle, strong muscle that I never had in my life. Look at here. No, okay. My butt is there, you know? I have muscle on my legs that I didn't really have when I was working out. Because the protein and the fat and everything there is in this. So it's really hard for me to, I love YouTube, I want to do this. And if you're struggling with whatever, mental health, got it. Gut health, got it. Pain in your body, got it. Eating disorder, got it. Depression, anxiety, you name it, I probably got it. You can follow me, and I will really try to share my journey, even though like it's still something serious to talk about. I don't really want to, but I really want to. I don't know, guys. It's a mess in my mind, but it's like I have lived like 3 to 4 lives, lives in one. So I don't really know. I know who I am, but it's hard for me to show myself because I was also bullied by not only strangers because of the way I am and the way I was, and so it's very hard for me to pick one myself, and share through that. But I feel I have to, so I will try to make it fun, probably, and try to share it in my way. That is not, it's not science. It's just it's the science of my body, and there's nothing more beautiful than listen to that. And I feel in this world nobody is really able to do that and to do it, and I didn't too, and I was able to do it because I started eating meat, and my pathways in my mind reconnected magically to my body. It's like I was missing a part in my brain that was able to actually register what my body needed, Yes, I wanted meat, but I don't know, my brain wasn't able to register that. My body was tired. I couldn't sleep because my mind wasn't able to generate the signal to the body to get asleep, because of malnourishment. What I've been through is crazy, and for many, 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 many years, and yeah, it's something heavy that I don't want to go in for real, but I feel I can do it in a light way, and it's fun for me to do YouTube, so I really hope to have the courage to keep going. And really, if you have any kind of problem, weight problem, either weight to lose or you're too skinny, as I was, and I was so ashamed of that. And actually, I think that the eating disorder came also from that feeling of being too tiny for this society, and I wanted to grow, I wanted to be a woman, and I couldn't. So I think once I've understood that I just needed to eat, my brain got like, okay, let's eat, but I was hurting myself like crazy because I'm not made to eat that much. And so either if you are overweight or underweight, or you're struggling with depression, anxiety, gut health, skin, hormones, painful period. The only thing I didn't have, because I didn't have a period, knee and ankle pain, food addiction, smoke addiction. I didn't have that, but I heard that it does help. Sugar addiction, you know, mental fog, you know, you name it. Really, this is helping me. It's helping me healing things that I didn't even realize that I did have them, you know. The smallest thing that carnivore did to me, which is not really important, but let me mention it to understand like the level of different range of healing that I'm experiencing, you know. I did like have to take a lot of antibiotics when I was very little. Like the first time I ended up in how do you call the emergency in hospital? I was like 1 year and a half, and I got like this big quantity of antibiotics. So I was losing my hair year by year, because every winter I end up in hospitalized, and with this very high quantity of antibiotics. And I, throughout the years, I lose my hair, you know, a lot. And look at them now. And it's one of the smallest things that I didn't research. Like I didn't really care. I wanted just to heal myself and survive. But of course, you know, it's a bad thing to lose hair whenever like it's bad. And so I have this one that grew this entire piece of hair. I didn't have it, and those one are new also. And yeah, and so this is carnivore. And and another thing is my finger. I used to have them very I hated my finger. I will not show you my feet because I don't like to show my feet online, but when you have cystic fibrosis, you have this thing that your finger are like, can you see it? It's like there is this little bump, okay? My finger were like this. I swear I hated my hand like crazy. When I started carnivore, they started to, you know, to be much more straight and much more flat, which I love, because now I like my hands. And also my big thumb here is much more, you know, it's not like this anymore. It's much more thin. And another thing was, oh yeah, I used to have very bad skin, my forehead. I used to have wrinkle, I swear to God, because of the pain. I don't know, but my skin now is healing it, and is healing. I used to have all on my chest, all this little skin thing, you know, and they're gone totally. Like I was showering and I was like, where are them? Gone, totally gone. So yeah, it's incredible. And those are the smallest thing. Like today I was in the car, I looked outside the window, and there was this girl, very young, and she was like devastated by acne, you know. And I know how painful it is to be in a body that with like in which you don't feel comfortable in. It's awful. especially when you're, well, it's always awful, I guess, but when you're young, like 13, it's sign like it's a scar in yourself that you will have to deal with for the rest of your life. So Emma, you have to share this because it's not fair, you know, that you have this gold in hand and you don't share it. I know a lot of people are sharing it, but I feel they are older. It's weird, like, to do carnivore when you're younger. But yeah, I feel like some of us, not everyone needs this, but a lot of us, a lot of young people are struggling with things that they shouldn't, especially at that age, you know, like overweight, like skin issue, like painful period, and maybe are not like things enough important to go full carnivore. I mean, for me, was something like either you do that or either you don't leave. So I'm really motivated, you know. But maybe, you know, you can find like the range where you feel like making an effort and making like compromise with food, and say, okay, but I keep fruit in it, you know, because I can't do that. It's not the fruit that makes my skin breaks up or make me bloated. For me, yeah, it makes me bloated, so I don't eat fruit, you know. But maybe someone for someone else, and it's enough to maybe quit the sugar and increase the fat, you know, or quit the carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, and eat 90% of meat and fish and eggs and butter, but maybe they can still have like some drinks, some fruit, some, you know, some sweet, something that they like. It's not like necessary to go full carnivore if you're not really sick, you know. But yes, with small changes, maybe can heal something. And yes, for smallest thing, maybe it's less like a big thing, you know, like it is for me, that I have to be very strict if I want to feel really good, you know, because I don't have a body that works that well. So I need to make a big effort to, you know, get closer to the level of the others. I have sister and brother that can eat everything and they're much better than me that I do carnivore, you know. Everything is like where you at, where you gonna go, the effort you want to make, and do not like judge yourself compared to each other, to others, you know, because you can do that. We're all different. So yeah, that's my video for today. Thank you so much. I'm gonna eat now because otherwise it's gonna get cold. I'm kidding, it's already cold.